We've only gone and done it. We have cracked the 442. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're testing a 442 brought to us by my mod HC16. For this 442 we've tried it with 4 teams, going from the Premier League of Manchester United, Seville, Sporting and a bit lower down with Newport County. So let's head in and check how the Menacing 442 works, starting with Seville. So we start things off then with Seville. Seville had a media prediction of being 4th within the league at the start of this campaign, with Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid and Barcelona all ahead of them. But things went a lot better than expected. Seville actually won the league title in La Liga, finishing top on a massive 86 points, narrowly ahead of their rivals Valencia. Of course, 84 points for them and Barcelona, 74 points for Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid getting a 5th place finish, 163 points. It's an absolutely massive season. The goals coming from all over the pitch for the Seville side. But away from that though, 2 semi-final defeats in the Europa League and the Spanish Cup to both Valencia and Manchester City. The Champions League didn't go so well for them. Of course, they came third in that, but Seville are Europa League specialists, but this time round they didn't win it. So as we go into the squad review now, you can see here, Rafa Mir got a massive 30 goals and 10 assists this season. Martial on loan from Manchester United with 27 and 12 assists. 22 from El Niesi, and Rakitic got 13, 10 assists. And you can see it keeps going down from there. 13 and 12 for Gomez. Campos got 11 goals, 6 assists. There's a lot of goals all around the pitch for Seville this season. They scored a hell of a lot of goals as we go a bit deeper into their league season. You can see here they scored 104 goals, the most by an absolute massive landslide there. Next up 75 from Barcelona, and from there it goes down. Seville absolutely dominated with this tactic, scoring a lot of goals. Some other key things to note quickly as well. Eric Lamela got the most assists within the league on 14 assists. Koundé got 7.45, along with El Niesi on a 7.33, 2 of the highest average ratings within the division. And of course, 3rd place within the Golden Glove race, Bayonu in goal for Seville. The great first season with this tactic for Seville, but let's go test it elsewhere. Now, let's head to Portugal as we go to Sporting. So next up now, we arrive at Sporting. You see some of the goals there on the right hand side of me already, but another big shock. They were predicted 3rd in the league. They won the league title yet again. Another one that's won the league title, and again, absolutely massive season for Sporting. You see it here now, 28 games won, 123 goals for. 123. Ahead of that, 74 is the next one with Porto and Benfica, both on 74, but that goal difference of 90, absolutely massive. Ahead on points by a long shot. Yeah, Sporting absolutely dominated the league. And it wasn't only the league that dominated as well. In the Portuguese Cup, they won that. They came runners up then within the Portuguese League Cup and the Portuguese Super Cup. So a very good double season for Sporting. Sadly losing out and getting that quadruple from the Super Cup and the League Cup. Europe didn't go so well for them, getting knocked out by Juventus. So things to work on there, but a very good season overall. And you saw the goals again. This tactic scores a lot of goals. So a bit more of a deeper dive now. We've into the squad. Pedro Gonzalez on 52 goals in 46 appearances with 15 assists there. Paulinho got a massive 32 goals, 17 assists. You can see Sanabria, again, 17 goals, 33 assists for him. It just goes down there. Slimani getting the goals as well, 14 for him. Poro in right back, the Man City right back on loan right now there. 11 for him, 12 assists. 16 assists there for Santos. Marcus Edwards, 13 and 11. It's an amazing season. Some of the scenes you can see further down, more assists as well, with Nunez getting 12 as well. Sporting dominated. As we mentioned before, they scored a lot of goals within this tactic. It's worth staying around for. It's worth staying around to see what happens next. So next off now, we're going to Newport County, going to the lower leagues of England and seeing what this can do. So as we look at the Newport County side now, before we go any further, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel as we get into the biggest test of this tactic yet. Newport County were predicted to finish 13th within the Sky Bet League 2, and they did a hell of a lot more than that. They finished 2nd in the league, getting themselves promoted into Sky Bet League 1, and it wasn't a bad season for them either. You can see it here now on screen. We go into it. Newport County got a total of 99 goals. in Sky Bet League 2. Sadly, only coming second to Mansfield, had 100 points with it. Mansfield had an absolutely amazing season. They did lose quite a few games, 13 losses in that season, but finishing second when predicted 13th in the league is not a bad season at all for Newport County. You can see it now within the other competitions as well. They didn't get much further than the knockout rounds of most of them, but getting to the third round, the FA Cup, only losing to Newcastle is quite big for a team within the League 2 system as well. So they went quite far in the FA Cup, but didn't go all the way. But let's go over to the squad view now and have a quick look. In terms of the goals, again, we mentioned before, Timmy Abraham on loan right now at them. Got 32 goals in 44 appearances with 11 assists. And it goes down from there, 16 for Dom Telford, Oliver Cooper on 16, 13 for Lewis Collins, Alex Fisher getting in 10 goals. And the assists again are very spread out with 12 assists and 7 goals from Cameron Norman. And again, Lewis Collins had a great season, hasn't he? 17 assists, 13 goals for him, and 16 and 14 for Oliver Cooper on loan at the club. A very good season for Newport County, seeing them promoted into the Sky Bet League 1. Let's go to our final team as we go to Manchester United. So before we get into Manchester United, to show you're still here and watching, get in the comments now and put Cavani is the beast. I'm going to show you exactly why in just a second. So Manchester United, they had a media prediction of 4th and they were in the Champions League. This is what they've done. They actually went on to win the Premier League firstly. Let's get into the Premier League table firstly. They absolutely smashed the Premier League. 102 goals, conceding only 41 that entire season. 89 points, only 3 clear of Man City, their rivals. But Manchester United win the Premier League. Only losing 5 games all season. 1 less than City and Liverpool, who are both fighting for it. So, not bad for a Man United team that haven't qualified for the Champions League within real life. Within this, they win the Premier League. Let's get into the other competitions as well. The Champions League, they actually got to the final, losing to Liverpool within the final. What a game. Man United and Liverpool in the Champions League final, losing narrowly in that final. But apart from that, the other cups didn't go so well for them. They lost out to Burnley in the third round of the FA Cup and the quarterfinals to Everton of the Carabao Cup. So, domestically not so good, apart from that Premier League title, but getting to the Champions League final and winning the Premier League is not a bad season for Manchester United. So let's dive a little bit deeper and have a look now in terms of the performances within the team. So as we get into the squad view now, you can see it now. Edinson Cavani being the main man this season for Manchester United. In 36 appearances, he got 32 goals and 11 assists. And around him then, Ronaldo, 21 goals, 7 assists. 16 goals, 16 assists for Marcus Rashford, with Sancho getting 14 and 13. Lingard as well, Jay Link getting in there with 13 goals and 12 assists. And even Bruno Fernandes got a lovely 10 goals and 15 assists. Not to mention some of the other lads around here. Varane getting goals, Elanga making a lot of appearances this season as well. Mainly from the bench, but 7 goals for him and 4 assists. And it goes down from there. A very good season for Manchester United. And seeing them win the Premier League for the first time in a hell of a long time. So let's get into the tactic and have a look now at the player roles, the instructions, and how this tactic works. So here it is then, the Menacing 442, as brought to you by HC16, our mod over on Twitch. If you haven't checked the streams up before, the link is down below there for you. Come hang out on Twitch with us. We're currently doing a Borussia Dortmund save, life after Haaland, where Haaland's at the door and replacing him with some brand new players with some very specific roles in there. So come hang out with us over on Twitch. But for now, let's get into this tactic. So, 4-4-2, you can see there, the inverted wing backs are on there, deep line playmaker, box to box, wide midfielders. Let's go into each role and have a deeper look. Firstly, goalkeeper on defend with David De Gea in net. Of course, De Gea, solid keeper. He's been there a while now. We've added the instruction of pass it shorter and take fewer risks to that goalkeeper on defend option. Let's go to the inverted wing backs here. On the right hand side, firstly, the right hand side is told to shoot less often, tackle harder, and mark tighter. Top of that one, on the left hand side then, we have the same as well. Shoot less often, tackle harder, and mark tighter. We go into the centre backs now. Firstly, the right hand side is a centre back on defend, as being used by Rafael Varane within this formation that has marking tighter on him as well. As we go into the left hand side here, for Maguire, again, mark tighter on that one as well. But this one is put as a ball playing defender on a defensive duty. So let's go into the right hand side, starting with Jadon Sancho here. That wide midfielder on attack is told to shoot less often and mark tighter. But on the opposite side now, we have Marcus Rashford on the same instructions as well. Wide midfielder on attack, shoot less often and mark tighter. Which is surprising really, because you've seen there's quite a lot of goals from these boys this season as well. Sancho getting 14, Rashford getting 16. Told to shoot less often, but they're getting goals. They're still getting goals. Let's get into the middle now. A box-to-box for Bruno Fernandes. And he has take more risks, get further forward, and mark tighter. We also have that DLP next to Bruno. She's being told to tackle harder and mark tighter. On a support option as well, so do remember that. Then we go into the front two, starting with the right-hand side with Cristiano Ronaldo. Advance forward and attack, take more risks, close down more, and mark tighter. Well, next to him, Edison Cavani. You've seen the goals he's been getting this season. Again, take more risks, close down more, and mark tighter. Both advance forwards and attacks. So, we've seen how good it's been this season, but this goes down now to the mentality and the instructions. Starting off, an attacking mentality, as you're going to in possession. You're told you need to have shorter passing, pass into space, low crosses, a higher tempo, and play fairly narrow football. Right up here. Make sure you do that one. Next off, in transition, you got to throw it long, distribute to the fullbacks, distribute quickly, counter and counter pressing football. And finally, out of possession, we have a much higher line of engagement, higher defensive line, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and much more often on that trigger press. If you enjoyed this video, you can find HC16 on Twitter. His link is down below. And of course, as always, like and subscribe and leave a comment down below about Cavani being a beast or your thoughts on the tactic. The download link is in the comment section as well and in the information below. Make sure you check it out and let us know if you've downloaded it and how you've done within the tactic. As for now, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this tactic, please do let us know in the comment section. I'll see you again very, very soon.